And hello once again from Western New York. One moment, let me take my gloves off. Once again, this is another one of my birthday videos. And I'm gonna have to apologize for a moment. The spot I'm working on is got a number of those real small hills, you know, and it's causing the camera to tip forward. Yeah, that looks good. At the moment, I'm going to work on tipping my some of my black raspberries, and even some of my blackberries. Another thing I might work on is getting a little bit closer with some of my my raspberries, which the private canes that, the flora canes that don't look that good. Because you don't want dead canes in your yard. As you can see, these private canes that are grown from this year, which grew this year, they're getting nice and tall. Now, I'm almost 6 feet tall, and these are just up to my chest. What I'm going to do is what's known as summer pruning or tipping. And what that is basically doing that. This will prevent the plant from going any taller. It will also send the energy right through the buds at the base of these leaves. Because there's little buds right here, and these buds will grow branches. This way you get 6 times the fruit that you'd otherwise get. In fact, I can show you one of the buds right now. Right there at the base of the leaf. That there would have turned into a branch. Now, here's a couple options you could do. That if you wanted to. You could get a pot of soil. Get a pot of soil, and you could stick this in said pot of soil. You might want to add a little bit of rooting hormone, and there's a chance that you could get it to grow again. Grow some roots here and keep on growing. That way you got yourself another plant. Or alternatively, what you could do is get said pot, take the cane, and tip it right into the pot. Tip the very top right into the ground very carefully, so you don't break the thing, and it'll grow. So that way it turns into some roots, and you get yourself another plant, which is what I did with a number of my blackberries and black raspberries. But But as you can see, I got plenty of black raspberries and blackberries that I'm not going to bother with that. And instead, I'm going to work on cutting the tops off of those that are about 3 to 4 feet tall. After all, I want the shorter ones to grow a little bit taller before I top them. And you don't want them to be much taller than 4 feet, otherwise things get a little bit tricky. You do this with blackberries and black raspberries. I believe you also do it with some varieties of purple raspberries, but since I don't have any purple raspberries, I don't know. I wouldn't know for sure. Now you can do them at a bit of, when they're somewhat taller, if you have a trellis. I don't have a trellis set up, so you know. Now at the moment, I think the one I'm pruning is my it's either my jewel or my bristle. They're both right here and they're kind of close together, and you know. Oh, these ones are kind of taller at the moment. So they're the ones I'm pruning at the moment. Eventually, there might be a couple more canes that show up, and those ones I will prune. But for the moment, let's take a look at my blackberries. Well, that should be about good. Again, these things are about, well, at least this one anyways, a couple of them I might let get a little taller, but not much more taller. And that's all you need to clip off. Just this. And you're good to go. Now, I suppose you could take some cuttings you know, um, you know, you'd want, like at least like 3-4 good buds. You know, you'd want to have 2 in the bottom, 2 on the top. The 2 in the bottom will hopefully turn into roots. 2 in the top, keep growing. And if you got the little tip, then it'll grow a little bit, hopefully grow a little bit taller. And then, you can make some cuttings that way. But I'm not going to try to do that at the moment, because as you can see, because I got plenty of black raspberries and blackberries, and I got plans to purchase some more varieties, so no sense in me making any more cuttings at the moment. But if you like the variety you got, and you wanna grow more, but you don't have the money, then you can quite literally take some cuttings and get yourself a free plant that way. Although I do have some advice for you. If the plant you got is a patented, protected variety, like let's see, like say you got a there's a variety called the Primark 45s, Primark Freedoms. That that are what's known as patented protected. You can grow cuttings, you can take cuttings for your own personal use, but you can't you can't sell them you can't grow them for profit. Well, but you can't sell the cuttings with the intention of making profit. Because that's illegal. That being said, if you're growing them for your own use, if you're growing a patented protected variety for your own use, you're taking cuttings to increase your crops, because you have one of those you pick berry farmers, which is something I would like to have at some point in the future. By all means, you can take your cuttings, you can try and root them, you can try and grow them, and do all that stuff. But you can't sell them yourself. At least not until the patent wears out on them. And said patent takes about 15 years. Well, let's see here. I guess that's pretty much all you need to know. I mean, I don't see any more blackberries. Well, actually, probably cut that one. Well, not the most exciting video, but I mean, did have an airplane flying overhead, but airplanes fly overhead all the time. Like I said, when you cut, you can grow your a lot of your plants from cuttings that you clip off for your own plants. You know, if you like the variety, you like the flavor, you like the plant. That way, you know, you can try and grow more of said variety without resorting to actually buying it from the store. Of course, sometimes you find out you have some issues with your plants, which is kind of sad. I mean, some of these might have suffered from winter kill. And to be honest, one thing you kind of want to do is when it comes to pruning, you want to prune this stuff out. Well, I probably should have pruned this out some of this stuff a couple of weeks back, you know, especially the dead stuff. But, well, you know, I just didn't get around to it. Well, I guess that's that. That's how you prune. That's how you. Well, that's how you prune your blackberries and black raspberries. You know, you want to get yourself a nice clean cut. You know, you want to do it right about nice and early. Well, kind of depends. Right now would be a good time because, you know, well, I mean, you could start it right. You could, well, the time of day, I'm not quite sure if there's a difference. You know, in the morning or in the evening. As you can see, there's starting to be a bit of a little black ring from the damage that I just gave these plants. And hello to the honeybee. Yeah, you pollinate my black raspberry for me, please. And I'm going to step back. Because you got a lot of work to do. And I hope to enjoy some blackberries and black raspberries soon. Although I'm going to need to do a little, like I said, I'm going to have to do a little bit more cleaning up on my plants. Elderberries do not look all that good. I think it was because of the shock of an hour long drive. You know, the fact that they were dug up by their roots. I mean, I will give my uncle some credit. He did wrap them up in wet newspaper, but I think that took its toll on them. That and the fact that, I mean, it was it wasn't exactly too hot, less than 70 degrees, but, you know, probably the hour-long drive might have done the deed. Well, at least to the leaves. Hopefully the rest of them are okay, you know, the roots themselves and whatnot. You know, hopefully a couple of suckers will pop up, you know, next year. You know. Well, this is Western New York. Subscribe if you like this. Post comments, hit the like button, and all that other good stuff. Okay? Goodbye.